huge fan of herbs, especially basil. But my problem is every time I buy it, it only lasts for like a few days. And I've gone on Pinterest and I've looked at so many different tips, and it doesn't always work. So finally I found that there's a gadget to help preserve your herbs, and it's called the Prepara. So essentially this is supposed to last 3 times as much. So normally herbs last for about 3 days. This one, they claim it's supposed to last for 3 weeks. So let's check it out. So I've already washed and dried my basil, but I'm going to do a little bit of an experiment. So I'm going to test half of it in the herb Savor. For the other half, I'm going to try something that I learned off of Pinterest. And it's basically to put a little bit of water in a glass and cover it with a Ziploc bag. So let's do it. So then I put this in here, and then I'll take the spout out and add some water. Didn't tell me how much water to put in, but I did put a generous amount of water in here. Now I'm going to fill a little bit of water in here. Just until here is good. Add the basil. Take a Ziploc bag and you cover it. Bag it like that. Kind of have the same feel. One costs probably 10 cents and the other one costs about $30, which isn't too bad anyway. Let's see if it actually does last. So it's been a week and I feel like I have to check in on the basil because I think the one on the right isn't looking so healthy. Okay, let's... Ooh, this doesn't look so good. Look how dried this looks. Wow. Okay, so that didn't really work. But also, there's 2 options for this technique. One is to put it in the fridge and the other is to put it out. So it might be worth even trying it where you leave it outside. But that all depends on the temperature of your place and all that. So let's check out this little gadget. So the herb Savor actually does do a pretty decent job because, as you can tell, if it was left alone, that's what it's going to look like. But here we have it. On this side, looks like it's getting a little bit ripe. However, I think the reason why it's like this is because every time I opened the door, this fell and the water, I think, seeped through a little bit here, and that's why it got ripened a little bit faster than, say, this side. So that still looks pretty fresh. Anyways, that's pretty good for a week. Granted, it did say 3 weeks of freshness, of herb freshness. There's still some water in there too, so it's not been drinking a lot of water. Anyways, we'll keep it in for a couple more weeks, but that's been a good week so far, and it's definitely lasted longer than this little guy.